G'day, Stu here from UAVfutures, and today, I've got this bunch of material and some sticks in my hand. So, what this actually is, this is one of the LESA FPV, I'm going to call it like a ring gate. I'm going to flash a picture on the screen anyway, but basically, if you're into track flying, which I absolutely love, these might be a good investment for your club or for you, because this thing can really change up your sort of your tracks, make it a little bit more interesting, and they're super fun to fly through. So what we're going to do in this video, where I'm not really going to stick it on the bench because this thing is absolutely massive, so I will take it out to the field. I'll show you how to set it up, we'll time it, see how it goes, and then most importantly, we'll fly around, and I guess we'll talk about how these gates go together, why they're so fun to fly around with, and show you some flight footage as well. So enough rambling. We can't do too much in the studio with these ring gates in here because it's so small and this thing's so big. So let's jump out to the field and check it out in 3, 2, 1, boop. Alrighty, down here in the field, we're about to set up these ring gates. I've got my mate Calvin, he's about to help me. So I don't think I'd do this if I was by myself, but if you've got a group of people, you know, I think they're an awesome gate. So let's set them up and see how they go. Now when you're setting these things up, it's definitely easier having two people, but you can see how quickly, like I've sped this up, this is times 20 speed, but the rings go together pretty easy. They just clip together with some tent poles, and then on the outside it's got a pretty ingenious little sort of locking mechanism where it just simply clicks on and then slides onto the top of the pole, secure it with some rope, and you're ready to rock and roll. So that's looking pretty good. That probably took about 5 minutes working with Calvin to put it up. They're surprisingly pretty durable in the wind as well. Let's rip some packs and I'll show you some flight footage. All right, let's do it. Okie dokie, on board, flying around with the Armaton Chameleon, because look, I love that quad. It's so easy and fun to fly. But the reason I chose this footage is because it's a mix between these instant tiny little pop-up gates, which can be a little bit difficult to see and also hard to hit. Like right here, I sort of messed this one up and, you know, don't have a good day, versus what it's like flying through the ring gates. So if I look over here at the ring gates, they really stand out, really pop out in your FPV footage, and they're so easy to hit. I'm just turning off my buzzer here because it's going all the time. And they're so easy to hit versus these much smaller gates. And sort of what I really like in this course, it allows for some different sort of options on your track. So right here, because those gates force you to go a little bit high, the ring gate, you can do like a crossover, so you're not going to have like a bit of a figure eight, so you're not going to have any head-ons or anything like that. And my favorite part, just how easy they are to hit and how much they stand out. So if you're racing around and you put these in, I really think if you've got a fast course, these are going to be a ton of fun. Now, I don't think they're for everybody, because look, I wouldn't want to set them up all the time, but when you've got some help, or if you've got a whole bunch of people flying, I think they're absolutely awesome. And they're a bit of an investment too, because look, they're not as cheap as some of the other ones out there. I think they're like 60 or 70 US dollars, so a little bit pricey, but they definitely are cool to fly through. Really, really fun. And the crazy part, I'm going to roll this at the end, is just how much they stand up in your FPV footage and just how much they stand up in the wind. So I'm going to roll some footage right here at the end and have a look how windy it is in the background. This is another day when I took it out, and the trees are going absolutely crazy, but the gates are rock solid, much more rock solid than any of my other gates are anyway. Flying through these things, but so far I'm a big fan. A little bit of a pain to set up, that's probably super windy, but yeah, overall they look really cool. Radio Trev, so you've flown around, you've gone through the ring gates a few times. What do you reckon?
Well, my first impression is that, geez, they're big, but when you're going fast, they're great. I really like them. They're pretty easy to put up. We haven't pulled them down yet. We don't know if Stu's read the instructions. I've folded them up. Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Would you set them up every time?
Oh, probably not. Normal spot we fly, we could use them there. They're not as quick to put up as a normal gate. A little bit of stuffing around, but if you're there all day, going to be there all day, yeah, they're worth putting up.
Yeah, I think I feel the same way.
I like them, they're fun. It's a bit different than flying low all the time. You've got to go up, down. Yeah, really good.
Alrighty, so there it is. There's my review of the LESA FPV, or my Raider's going to call them the ring gates. And I think, are they worth it for most people or the individual flyers? I'm going to say no, not really. If you're just going out by yourself, they're a bit more work to set up. They don't take too much longer than your standard gate, but they still do take a little while. They're nowhere near as quick as those instant pop-up ones. But if you're in a club, or if you're going out every weekend with a bunch of people and you know there's more than just yourself out there, you've got someone else to help you set them up, it probably can be done pretty quickly, and they really do make the track really interesting to fly. I love when there's two of them together and you can sort of pass through one. It's going to let you do some overpasses as well, and some crisscrosses and some really interesting things. And I think something else that I want to try in the future as well is to sort of make it like a gravity gate. So you have to come down from the top, and that will be like, I guess, parallel with the ground and flying through it now like that. So some dives and those sorts of things. So I guess to sum it up, are they worth it individually? No, not really. Are they worth it if you have a club and a bunch of people to fly with? Absolutely, because they're a ton of fun to fly with. And I think if you like track flying, these things are a really cool addition. Anyway, hope you guys like that. Subscribe for more FPV related content. And as always, happy flying. Alrighty, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Definitely subscribe if you're new to the channel and check out these videos. And I'm also going to leave a little link here to my Patreon page because I've got some fantastic Patreon supporters and I like to give back to them as well. So if you want to join the UAVfutures family, there's things like bonus Velcro straps, little bundles of FPV goodies and things like that that also get sent out. Anyway, happy flying.